Hi there. I'm just making a video because I am in the process of figuring out what I want to be doing today and with the rest of my life. I have been having a lot of difficulty lately. Some strange things have gone down, and I feel rather uncomfortable. And I think I posted the video about such events. And anyway, so it's kind of reawakened a sort of a need for comfort, a need for some sort of guidance rather than responding to the environment simply. I'm just, I'm realizing that my instinctual responses sometimes do not go over quite, well enough. And many times my instincts are not, are a, it's difficult because it's always survival, right? So you're like suddenly you're just like I don't know what to do, and it's almost like this selfish part of you takes over, and you can't help it because it's in the biology that you are born into. I don't know how evolved I am on the human spectrum. I don't feel as intelligent as most people. My verbal skills have improved because of making hundreds of videos by myself, talking to myself, and doing a lot of writing on my own and communication in that way. But what I'm trying to say is, I guess, yeah, I'm not, I don't know if I'm as evolved as the people who are capable of controlling themselves in a, I don't know if it's evolution or if it's just a different path of evolution. Now, I'm hyper emotional and improvisational, uh, more towards humanity's side of the spectrum, whereas people who are different. People are. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different path of evolution that they could go down. To separate people into different races or different paths is kind of strange and interesting. I don't know if we're talking about different races or just different shapes, different bone structures. But I guess what I'm trying to say is everybody has their what they're most suited for. Uh, Due to my biology, I don't really know exactly what that is. It used to be more in the athletic realm, and now I'm confused as to what I should even do with what I have because athletics do not pay the bills, and they don't support any sort of lifestyle unless you're a professional, in which case your whole life becomes that, and yeah. Anyway, so I guess what I'm trying to say is that in this moment in this moment in time, I'm not fully comfortable with who I am and who I've been in the past, and it's always a it's always a every day is a new journey, a new beginning, a new not a new beginning, but it is it's one day in a path of life, and every day people learn more, people do more, and we go up and we go down due to the currents and the tides and the energy flow. And right now I'm just thinking about what we should even think about in in humanity. I think I can understand why certain religions might be more suited for different sort of humans, different evolutionary paths. For me, I'm not really sure. For somebody who has a difficult time controlling themselves, perhaps fear tactics might be the best because if I know that if I behave poorly, that some retribution will be enacted upon me. I just don't want to. I just don't want to do anything like that again. I don't want to do things that would possibly harm people, or whatever. And it's just I guess yes, the fear tactics can keep somebody in order, but also I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I was raised to not believe in hell, basically. But the way that people go about it in the society is like, okay, this could be legit, and people could be completely real about it because I know how humanity can get. Humanity is it's a mob mentality, and when they don't know what they're what they're what they're going after, or what is presented to them, or what the enemy is, they will misconstrue information, or perhaps even take in information which is not. It might just be misinformation. In fact, so honestly, I guess I don't have to. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I mean, I'm kind of perseverating on Christianity right now because it's kind of the predominating ideology of the past, and for this world, for the world in which we reside in, right now we are sort of very hell bent on procuring technology for the future, which makes sense considering the environment is going downhill and we need to figure out how to save ourselves. So, to possibly shift to other religions or different philosophies, or ways of treating one another and moving about the world, we could possibly breed a more healthy society. And I don't think we should have a one world religion. I just think that we need a code of ethics and morality in which people can basically agree on. Because I mean, in the long run, I mean, I guess we already do in a way. It's just the problem is people think that they have the right to judge, and humans, even at this point in time, are not fully evolved as on the path of evolution. We are not finished. We're never finished. We are like an anomaly in this environment, in this on this sphere. There's not many animals that are like us that can communicate and create and work together in such a unified manner, in which we can build so much that we can almost destroy our environment because of our ability to survive and capacity to figure things out. Um, so okay, so I guess what I'm trying to say right now is that there are some things about Christianity that are okay, and I've been rethinking it, but I haven't ever read the Bible. So um, I don't. I mean, the problem is every time I open it, there's something that sounds like violence or hate or fear mongering. Yeah, and and the television just said something to me. But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is, yeah, we're on a trajectory right now in which people are like creating new ideologies for Christianity, or adding to things which were very vague in the Bible, because perhaps people like that did not exist. Now, in that time, there may have been misunderstandings about why those people were there. They might have been doing things. They might have been a anomaly in the environment, and then people may have misunderstood it and thought that their genetics were not preferable to theirs, so thought that they should take it upon themselves to eliminate that individual. I don't think that's okay or nice, and it shouldn't be part of. I mean, it's reality, but it doesn't need to be part of a religion. What it does is it ends up giving people ideas about what they should do and what they should not do. But in the end, if we see that people don't turn out well enough, or what am I trying to say? um, I guess what I'm trying to say is that we can't help what we are. We just happen to be, and so we need to have some form of compassion or understanding in order to get by. Because what if you were in that situation? What if you yourself were in that body, in that situation, and having had that life? We It's hard to say what would even happen. Possibly the exact same thing. Um, Possibly not. Um, I guess I'm just like really not sure. I mean, there's um, there's a lot of things I don't like about myself, and I guess that's why I'm trying to rethink how I'm doing things at the present, and um, really putting into practice the things that I do believe in. Because, I am very not very, but I'm pretty lazy in the grand scheme of things due to my depression, my chronic depression, and simply inability to just not. Sometimes I'm very stuck in my head, but other times, well, lately, not so much. So I guess the key is to instill within yourself a sense of well-being through through kind deeds, through kind words, through actions. I can't say that I've been perfect or that the things I've done have been nice all the time, because sometimes people I'm reacting, and it's almost like, you're gonna give that to me, I'll just give it right back to you. So I just I don't know. It's hard to be submissive when you see that somebody else is being um, aggressive and intentionally hurtful or spiteful or something. So anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say. Okay, I keep saying that phrase. I guess what I'm trying to say. I don't know, but that's just that's just kind of how I feel about it. When it comes to deciding the fate of somebody, that's really hairy subject for me, because like really we can't know exactly what people feel and what they've been through, and they may not even remember everything they've been through, and may not realize why they have the trauma that they have, or why they respond to things in the way that they do. For me, I've pretty much analyzed it to death and have come to the conclusion that, I mean, well, I don't really have a conclusion right now because I'm so young, but I know that when I look at myself in relation to others, I can understand why I receive certain treatments, because sometimes I just look sort of mean because my neutral face looks unhappy, unfortunately. So, I mean, in a way, I mean, I am a little unhappy a lot of the time, but it's easy to get happy when you try to make friends with yourself and try to have fun, even when you don't have somebody near you. So, anyway, so peace to ye. I guess I will talk to you later. Religion is sick, in a way, though it's disturbing when it's used for the control. Um, Suggestions are nice. Suggestions are cool. Um, I mean, I can't preach what I believe to be true or not true. All I know is that um, yes, love is important. I know that a lot of people are incapable of loving, but to love is to allow someone to be and not control them. In order to, it's. I'm not saying that like people shouldn't manipulate, or I don't know, because I know people who are more intelligent than someone else can in fact enact their will upon them, and that can be disturbing at times. Now I don't want that to be the case for anybody, but I mean, it's just it's weird. I mean, but really, it should be that love should be that we accept people as they are, let them live, and also allow them to experience the world in a free manner without holding them back, without beating them up for mistakes, unless they well, I'm not saying you shouldn't beat them up for mistakes, but you should let them know, at least give them I guess the thing is, I mean nobody can know for certain what right and wrong is, and we're at a point where we're at probably like a really low evolution of verbal skills or communication still in the grand scheme of things, because I mean we're a rather new species still, in comparison to the age of the earth and the universe at that. So to think that we are the end all be all of some sort of creation is completely faulty, and to think that we all are perfect and we all have everything we need in order to figure everything out at this point in time is scary as fuck, and it's probably a terrible idea to even think of that as something that we should do. But I'm just yeah, I just think that I mean we are a plague. We are a plague. That's true. But eugenics don't work. Look at Nazism. Look at all the eugenic programs that have occurred. I mean, what happens is people just, it breeds more and more violence and more hatred between different ethnic groups and races, and then people start assuming character based on the way somebody looks rather than what that person has been through or what their evolutionary path has been. So I guess anyway, need to take a second. So yes, we don't have the right to judge others. We have the right to perceive them and let them know how we're perceiving them, and how the world perceives them. But we do not have the right to cast judgment upon another sentient being when you yourself are also not a creation, but something that exists, that has that can perceive the world, that is all over. Anything that, if it is alive, we should treat it with kindness and understanding as best as possible, because in the end, what happens, what I've noticed, karma kind of does exist in a way. I mean, I've gone through phases where I've been a pretty good person and things have gone pretty well, but also have gone through phases where I've been very sedentary and where nothing has gone right, or it's been very negative and full of depression, and it's limited my life and my capacity to take part in the world because of my fluctuation and my difference from people, my different biology in some ways, and my existence in the world being an individual who is somewhere in between genders, and has kind of felt that way since childhood, but was more leaning towards masculine because it felt more powerful to me because of the society that I was raised in, this patriarchy, which preaches a certain kind of enlightenment ideal or whatever, I mean, I do like the idea of enlightenment, of gaining knowledge, or even compiling things, but other people's ideas from the past are not necessarily correct for this moment in time. We don't need to necessarily create religion, but we need to understand that religion can and has been used in negative ways and positive ways. So, anyway, I guess I'm done. with this video, because it's, how many minutes has this been? Okay, let's see. 20 minutes and 3 seconds. Okay, I did a lecture. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. Peace out.